Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my Monday mission, another episode for today. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. My name is Jane Carla, and every single Monday I do interviews. I sit down with successful online entrepreneurs to know their story, to hear their wins, their lessons, their struggles, and everything in between. So if you're looking for some inspiration or just strategies or just tips or real talk about how to build something big and something great online, you are in the right place. So let's dive in. I'm going to add my special guest for today and let her introduce herself. Hi, Ate. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Here, it's morning time, noontime, actually, on my lunch break here in California, and good evening there in UK.
Thank you so much again for making time. And as you said, you're doing this on your lunch break. So thank you so much. So let's dive right into it. So give us a brief introduction of yourself, where you're from, what you do.
I'm Janelle, also known as Barbie Janelle. Barbie Bam. I'm originally from Philippines. I grew up a missionary. My parents are, in the mission field, and I'm here currently in California. I've been a registered nurse here for more than 15 years, I believe, almost 20 years now with my husband. And yes, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. So, tell us a little bit of what your story, your background story is, and what led you to pursue digital entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so growing up, I I have a big clan, and my parents always encouraged me to share our blessings. So I grew up supporting not only our direct family, our clan, and also our church. So we have different. Me and my husband have our youth leaders in our church here, and so we have different ministries, not only here in USA but also in the Philippines. So when I'm a first immigrant from my clan, so which means you are the lifeline sometimes. So if you have family back home, like your grandparents are sick, they need help with medications, they help with hospitalization, like that. Somebody get married, somebody's gonna graduating, somebody needs help with school and all that. So I've been a nurse, even though my husband is a nurse, but we also have bills, and we earn dollars, but we also have bills that are in dollars. So it's really hard, especially when you're starting your family here. And Ken and I have been trying to have a baby naturally, but God has different plans. So, we've been trying for 14 years before we decided that we're gonna do the IVF. And here in California, unfortunately, it's not covered. You have to pay out of pocket for it. So that costs, for us, our package costs $36,000 out of pocket.
Wow.
So at that time, I was already a charge nurse, and when we decided that I'm gonna do that route, so I really need to have other means of income because my paycheck and Ken's paycheck is not enough. As what I said, we have different, ministries that we are helping. So we were looking for ways to up our finances. So I really don't have traditional background, but I've tried it like for a short period of time here, and it didn't really work because I'm extrovert, I'm very friendly, but I don't like calling friends, making like we have products and all that. And so it's not me because I
Mhm.
no, I like to give. So it's so hard to do traditional business. So I said I can't do it. So I did 2 to 3 jobs. and it's very exhausting, you know. And my doctor, my IVF doctor, told me I really have to slow down. So he told me to take a 1 year vacation. If he said if I want to get pregnant, I have to take a 1 year vacation. And I told the doctor, Doc, I cannot tell my bills to take a vacation, you know. That would be lovely if I can take a 1 year vacation, but I don't know how to do that. I
Mhm.
cannot afford that 1 year vacation. So I'm so grateful that I was able to find this business. It was introduced by family, and I saw them. I was very skeptic when I saw them because, you know, there's a drastic change in
Mhm.
their finances. One was a stay at home, you know, a mom because she was pregnant when she started this business, and the husband was working 2 to 3 jobs, but was able to resign from 2 other jobs after doing this business for 6 months. While the wife who was running the business was just taking care of their baby, newborn baby, and they were earning, you know, more than a nursing RN and physical therapy income. So that triggered me. I was like, if they can do it, you know, if I can do it, you know, and but I don't have time. That was my problem. I don't have a background, but I'm so grateful we have this platform that allows us, for people like us who are busy, you know, that we are able to do this business. It's doable. I didn't even know that this exists before, that they combine traditional business with online, which is so perfect for all of us, you know, especially for us OFW, because we have, you know, we have bills here wherever we are located. We have bills to pay, and we are also supporting our family back home. So it's
Mhm.
really important to have, for us to have, you know, means that we can do both, you know, support ourselves and also our family, that doesn't take us away from our like, you know, from our priority, which is, for me, my priority is my husband, my family time, and God in the church community. So yeah, so I'm so grateful I found this business.
It's very interesting that you mentioned about being a breadwinner and being wanting to really provide for your family back in the Philippines, even though you're already far away and you left the Philippines. And I think it's very interesting to note that it's a very common story of Filipinos working abroad. And it's something that I think most OFWs cannot escape, because the idea of a Filipino leaving the Philippines to work abroad, it's always that idea that, oh, they're earning more already, they probably have extra, they're earning in US dollars or other currencies that are bigger than the Philippine peso. So it's very interesting that every most OFWs that I've talked to has that common concern, that they want to be able to provide more for their families and also provide more from for themselves. And having a stable job is good, but is it's almost never enough. So it's so interesting that you brought that up. So how tell us, how long has it been since you started your journey, and how describe how the journey so far is when it comes to what's the change, what that helped you through this business.
So I've been on this online business for 5 years now, and I'm so grateful that I started. Um, you know, I took the leap of faith, even though when I started, I didn't really have time because I was doing already IVF at the time. So my only, and I was still working full time. So my only time that I have is while I was waiting in the medical room for my doctor, you know, in between. So, while also my husband would drive me to my medical appointment, and I would sit in the waiting room area while I'm waiting for the nurses to call me. So that's the time I would do, you know, learn the business. And I'm so grateful that I can learn the business even using my phone. Actually, I run the business more than 80% of the time using my phone. Yeah, I didn't even know that I could earn that much using my phone, and I'm so grateful because before I've been already using my phone a lot because I love Facebook. As what I said, I came from a big clan, and it's really hard for me to update them. So the only way that I can update them is if I post on Facebook, you know, just like what I'm up to, share
Mhm.
some inspiration, what is like, you know, life here in abroad. And so that's what I do. And I'm so happy that I can do it using my phone, but at the same time, I was earning already because of this online business. So when I started, I used my phone, and I was doing it while I was driving to work. I would just listen to the training and I
Mhm.
press it. So it was challenging for me in the beginning because I that's what I said, I don't have time. I would do it before going to bed. I would do it after I wake up while preparing myself, after shower, while doing my makeup. I would just press the training, press the replay, and just find out about it. And I would do it again because sometimes I'm so exhausted that my brain, it's like going somewhere. So I have to do it again. I was like, oh, I have to do it again. But I was very inspired when I saw different family, like, not only nurses, doctors, lawyers, caregivers. They were doing it as long as they're above 18 years old. They understand English. They're able to run the business, and I was inspired by their stories, that how they were able to turn around, and then that it's possible. And especially it happened to me during pandemic.
Mhm.
This business was a gift to me because everything was online at that time. And so we were, my job at that time was hybrid. I was working, and then on some days, and I would work remotely. So it was perfect timing that I was able to study about this business. And then and a lot of nurses, because yeah, I have a lot of friends who are nurses that have a mental breakdown because they're not able to cope up with the stressor of COVID. And they're stressed to go back to work, that knowing not knowing if they'll survive COVID and while taking care. So it was very stressful. And then I found this business. So what I learned about this business is it will teach you about mindset,
Mhm.
that it's possible, that it's possible for everyone who believes that, who has a big dream. And so that was me. This was my answered prayer, because I was praying for a long time. I need something that will fuel my dreams, because that's what I said, it's just not about me. I have a big dreams for my husband and me, big dreams for my family, for my church community. So, and this I can do it because even if I'm working full time, I can still run the business because of the automated system. It can be done. And because I have busy schedule, it has the training is very detailed, very organized. That's what I like. And then it just keeps on giving. And I love the support in the community, because sometimes it's not only just finances. Finance is just a bonus. I've earned I've read my ROI, return of investment. I receive it within I would say less than a year. I receive it back because I invested. This is a real business. You register it. I registered it in California. We're paying taxes, and then a benefit for nurses like me, because you can there's a lot of tax benefit.
Yeah.
So if you're earning more, we pay a lot of taxes. So this is really good for us. So because before I wasn't really traveling, but because of this business, you have extra money to do that, and it will really, actually, it will kind of motivate you to do that, to spend more time and enjoy life.
Okay, I think we've lost Auntie Janelle for a while. So let's give her time to come back. Let's see. We have a bit of technical difficulties, but I'm pretty sure she will be able to come back soon. So let's just give her time. So just to give you a little recap, she did say that her one of the biggest challenge in her journey was finding time for her business, and I think that's one thing that most people struggle with, because when people come to me about this business, some would always say, I don't think I have time for that, I'm too busy with this, I have a full-time work, I'm a single mom, or I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have a lot of things to do. So time really is something that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to thinking about if they could actually commit and run this business. So, but she was able to overcome that because this business is very, very flexible. It offers the training, offers online based training, and it has that kind of flexibility for you to be able to run your business around your schedule, and do it at your own pace. So let me just check on Ate Janelle. Um, Let me just check on where she is and see.
Oh,
Okay. Hi, Ate. Welcome back.
sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, I got a call, emergency call. But anyway,
Oh,
I'm
it's
back. So
sorry.
yeah,
Okay.
going back. So about the business, what I have received about for the past 5 years. Number one is my mindset has really changed. Before I already believe in vision board. Now my vision board is more colorful, more bigger. I dream bigger because I it just train you to that it's possible if you dream big, and you have to take really action, not only dreaming, but
Mhm.
you really have to take action and be more what you call about your daily life. You're intentional. I'm very intentional now with my life, with my time. I make it use wisely, and that is what the business is giving us. It just keeps on giving. Aside from you to be able to be grateful in life, you count your blessing, because whatever success you have, if you're not grateful, it's still useless. So number one, I've learned to be more grateful and count my blessings every day and be intentional, aside from dreaming big, that's possible and then I receive financial blessings from this business. But what I'm very happy about is that I have wonderful friendship that have grown in many years, and I have met Jane last year in London. I was able to visit. Yeah, it was a blessing, and a lot of our I met some of our different, I mean, business partners there too, and it's such a blessing because we only connect through online, but when we saw each other, it was an instant bond already. It's like we've been to, like, we had so much fun. It was too short, actually. I don't want it to end. I wish I could extend my time there, but I had a wonderful time. So I developed wonderful friendship that has supported me and inspired me in many ways. You not on online and offline. So that's a blessing to me. It's a perks that things that money can't buy. So
Mhm.
that's what I received from this business, aside from the financial help. The financial help has helped me, taken action on my dreams. We were able to pay debts, or able to send money to the Philippines, help my family, able to help them take vacations, family reunions. Was able to do support. We have working students in high school, because Ken and I, we met in high school and academy. So we've been supporting the academy for many years now. We're sending, those students that are not able to afford, so we're sending them to school, helping them with their tuition. And so we're able to do that through this business. And what I love is that we're able to do yearly, 1 to 3 times medical outreach in the Philippines, different places. So we're able to support doing medical, dental, optical, what you call this one, mission, meaning, for our communities in the Philippines, especially in Mindanao, that are not able to afford to receive medical help from their doctors. So we're able to give that to them, and also do feeding to them. So we've been doing that every year, thanks to this business. So our business had supported that one. So we're not only, and we're can this business had helped Ken and I able to take a yearly vacation. And this year, I was able to treat Ken for the first time. We've been married for 18 years. For the first time that I was able to take him on his birthday for a cruise vacation in the Bahamas. So before, during January, it's usually busy time. So it's just about work. But this year I told myself that I'm gonna treat Ken, because he was skeptic when we started this business. I said I'm really gonna have Ken enjoy the fruits of this business. So I treated him to a cruise, and he said he's looking. We already booked after our cruise. We already booked for our Europe tour for next year for our anniversary. So yes, this business keeps on giving and inspiring you. So I'm just excited. Jane and I are so excited. That's why we're sharing. We're doing this, even though both Jane and I are busy with life, with family. with our careers, but because we receive so much blessing from this business, that's why we're sharing it to you guys.
And the impact really is, overall, it's all around. And I would say it's so beautiful to know and see, because I see your photos when you traveled with your husband. It was so beautiful and it was just so magical, and you look so happy. Both of you look so happy. So the impact also is not just for you but for the people around you. It really inspired me. I wasn't aware before, but when I was doing a little bit of research, I wasn't aware that you were doing medical missions as well in the Philippines. That's really, really inspiring, because that's one thing that I've always wanted to do, but I don't have the resources to do it. And I've always wanted to be able to incorporate what I do, like dancing, and teach young kids in the Philippines, especially in rural areas where they don't can afford a dance class, or they don't even have a studio in where they live. I've always wanted to do that, but I just don't know where to start and how to start it because of the resources. So it's really beautiful to hear how this business has impacted your life, and very inspiring for me as well, especially as someone who has just started a little bit, like, over a year and a half ago with this business. So it's very inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing that. What is one belief that you would say that you had to let go of, to in order for you to grow into who you are today, not just as a nurse, also a wife, also an entrepreneur? What's one belief that you had to let go of?
Limited belief.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, like that you are so conscious that you know what others think,
hmm.
but they're not paying for my bills,
So the fear of
because
judgment.
yeah, judgment. And like for me also, that yeah, maybe this is not for me, maybe
Mhm.
this is just for others, but yeah, maybe two things. Okay, so yeah, um we are like, from our culture, we are
Yes.
so conscious that we will be judged. But what will our family say about this? Our
Mhm.
friends will say about this, why we're doing this online business, is this
Mhm.
a scam? Why are we wasting our time? That's yeah, because that was when I started the business. Before, I was paying attention to that feedback, but then later on I just said no. I
Mhm.
have big dreams, I have big goals for my family, and this is not about me. This
Mhm.
is about giving back to others. And because of that, yeah, I removed that belief of limitations. Limitations that, yeah.
So what's one advice that you could give to people who are still skeptical, or thinking this is not a real business, or this is probably just a scam, or something that will just fade through time because it's not a real business, it's online?
So if you are watching this right now, watching it live or watching this replay, this is not an accident that you are watching this. This is, for me, I believe in divine intervention. So this is meant for you. If you have prayed, about your dreams, because you believe that there's something bigger than what you currently have. It's just not just a work. It should be, I believe in work-life balance. And I believe that we don't need to wait until we're 65, especially for us here, for me here, like, that we have to wait for 65 years old to retire. Actually, it's 68 now, to retire and enjoy life. It's possible that you can start enjoying your life right now. It's possible that you can have work-life balance. It's possible that you can have, a plan B. If you're still, you love your, even if you love your job right now. Right now we've learned from COVID time, pandemic, that you always need to have a plan B.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you have been praying, you really need to take an action. And what I love about this business, because there's no pressure. We provide complimentary. It means free.
Mhm.
To learn about this, you just, go to our website, check it out, go to Jane's website. If you've seen it through Jane, if you've seen it through me, then check us out. Just find out why we are, OFW. We are busy, we're a busy professional, but we're still doing this, and we're so excited. That's a good, the thing about it, we're so excited to share this to you. And then find out, because it's a complimentary, it's free, a workshop to learn about it. And if you like to learn more, then you invest more time. and there's some money involved, which is 149, which you will receive a refund if you don't like it within 30 days. So it's a win-win, because if you don't like it, you can get a refund, but you gain already an education. You get information about our business, that it's possible. There's a traditional that's combined with online, and it's attraction marketing. You learn a lot of things. So, but if you don't like it, then y- you know, ask for refund. So, but what if this is the answer to your prayers?
Mhm.
You really have to take an action, because according to the Bible, prayer, uh, if you don't take action, it's like it's dead. So you have to really take action on your prayers, on your dreams.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ate. My biggest takeaway, I think, is when you said work life balance is not something that we wish for. It's something that we act on. It's something that we work hard towards, because a lot of full time professionals, like you, both you and I, we always complain about work life balance. I don't have work life balance, but we're actually not doing anything to achieve work life balance. And the best we can do is probably complain to either to our company or to our bosses or to our HR that we need more rest days, we need more holidays. But that's the best we can do. And most of the time, these companies, they won't even offer. If they offer something, it will just be very, very minimal, and it will be something you will have to give something in return. So if we don't work for our own work life balance and for our own future that we want to create for ourselves, nothing will really happen. So thank you so much for your input, Ate, and thank you for sharing your story and giving your time to me and to all of the people who are going to watch the live and the replay as well. Thank you so much. I won't keep you, but please don't go yet. I'm going to take you off stage, but I'm gonna talk to you afterwards. Thank you so much, Ate.
Much love. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. And that's it. That is a wrap for today's Monday Mission episode. I hope you were able to take as much inspiration and value from that interview as much as I did. And if you love today's session, please don't forget to like it, share it, leave a comment, whatever your biggest takeaway is from this live interview, and share it to someone who's might need to hear it, or just also, if you haven't followed my business page, please do. If there's one thing that I will ask you to do, is if you've seen this live, if it's scrolled through your feed and you haven't followed my business page, please do follow my business page. It would really mean a lot to me and my business. And again, if you're curious to know how you can build an online business, build passive income, and work from anywhere, just visit my website. My website is janecarla.com. All you need to do is put your name and email in there, and then you will get instant access to the free 20-minute info session that I watch as well, that kickstarted my online business journey. And from there, we can just talk. So I hope to see you all again next Monday for another episode. Until then, please keep on dreaming, taking big and bold action. You have got this. I'm here to help, I'm here to serve, and hopefully work with you in creating a life that you deserve. See you next Monday. Bye.